Well, hello and welcome to the FOMO Creator Show. My name is May King Tsang, first name May King, and today we are going to be talking about the faux in FOMO. Ah, now, I'm on my own today. So normally, Mark, who pushes my buttons, I've decided to give him another day off because it is me, myself, and I talking about the faux in FOMO. And over the last couple of weeks, as I've been delivering a lot of trainings on FOMO, a bit of consultancy, and also from my closing keynote that I did in Manchester, talking to a lot of business owners, there was still, I felt that there was still a lot of work to be done when it comes to creating FOMO and helping people to understand what FOMO is all about. So, in this episode, I thought that I would address the fear of missing out, and also the O in FOMO, which is the opportunity as well. So, before we start, I thought I would talk a little bit about who I am, really, and we can see here that we've got the fabulous Mark, who. I've given a day off, but he's still working and he's still popping in the comments as well, which is ever so lovely to see him. So, Mark is the guy you need to go and talk to. He will transform your Zoom to boom. And also a live stream producer as well. Lovely to see you here, Mark. So, let's show you who I am, shall we? Who am I? Who am I indeed? So I just thought I'd explain a little bit about who I am. I am a FOMO creator, and I've been creating FOMO since 2009. So creating FOMO is my specialty, creating that buzz and excitement about your business, about your event, your charity, your product launch, service launch, your business launch, your book launch, whatever it is. I've been doing it for myself and also for clients since 2009. I'm also an international speaker. So this year I spoke in Scotland, last year I spoke in Dublin, spoken in Lithuania before, and virtually online in the States and Australia as well. I've also been a FOMO creator and a consultant as well. People do come to me and say, "Oh, well, this FOMO thing. I mean, can I do it for myself?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, no problem." So we do go into a bit of, a bit of a deep dive into their business and how they can generate FOMO for themselves. And then finally, last and certainly not least, I'm also co-host for the Digital Coffee Extra Shots with the fabulous Amanda Webb. So Amanda has an incredible show every Friday. She's been doing it for 7 years, I think it is, and she collates all the latest and greatest in digital marketing news, puts it into a fabulous show for 30 minutes. But I'm sure that when you've heard the news, you've got your thoughts and opinions on it. And I have my thoughts and opinions on it as well. So at 10:30 on Friday morning, Amanda and I actually go into LinkedIn audio, and we just discuss this week's latest news and share our thoughts and opinions. And we often invite our listeners to come in and share their thoughts and opinions as well in return for a plug of their business. So that's what I do on a Friday as well. But this isn't about me. This is a little bit more about you, and hopefully I will share a little insight into how I've generated FOMO, and hopefully that will inspire you on how you can create FOMO as well. So, as I mentioned, I've been a FOMO creator since 2009. So, I started my business in London back then. Then in 2010, moved over to Australia, had to build my business from scratch. Lived there for 6 years, and I made a little bit of traction, got a little bit of publicity for myself. So at the top there, the top half, on the left hand side, is all the things that I did in Australia, which I'm extremely proud of. I've been the author, or I've contributed to several books, and and appeared on several podcasts as well. So they're the episodes that you've got on the bottom there, which you can find all on Pinterest. And then when an opportunity came for me to come back to the UK in 2016, had to build my business again from scratch, really. And so after working really, really hard in getting my name known out there, after being away from the country for 6 years, got headhunted by Google, which is me. You can see there on the right hand side. That was pretty cool. So when it comes to building your business and getting yourself out there and showcasing that you are an expert in your field, then people will start coming to you and say, "Oh, hi, can you do this thing for me?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So that's exactly what happened with me in Australia. So in the top left hand corner, I created the Queensland Business Group, which was the first Facebook group, which is home to 10,000 business owners now in Queensland. So that's around Brisbane and around that state. I collaborated with award winning chefs, so Ben Williamson. That was one of my proudest moments, actually, because what we did there was we actually created a second course degustation where I matched teas to different courses, which is incredible. Because I don't know if you know, it's not something that I talk about a lot, but I should do really. Officially, I'm one of the top 50 recommended speakers of tea in the world. In the world. And so I use that to meet with award winning chefs and create 7 course degustations, afternoon tea experiences. It was an incredible time that I had in Australia. And one of my proudest moments is at the bottom there. You can see that just about May Cat, there's a global artist, and we're speaking to about, I think it's about 200 people, maybe more. And so I performed Chinese Gong Fu tea ceremony every Sunday for 6 months at the Gallery of Modern Art in conjunction with Sai Guo Chang, and he was the artistic director for the Beijing Olympics. How cool is that? I mean, that's pretty amazing, right? And I got all of that because I showcased, put myself out there, as one of the top 50 recommended speakers of tea. I talked about tea, wrote about tea, I collaborated with people, and that's how I got known, really. So that was one of my proudest moments, to be part of an art exhibition and talking about tea. Absolutely loved it. Also appeared on TV. That's a great Australian barbecue on the left hand side. And then when I came back to the UK, as I mentioned, I started creating FOMO for myself, and then other people started to ask me, "Oh, can you do this for me as well?" I said, "Yeah, sure, no problem." So StreamYard is the platform that I'm on at the moment that enables me to stream live onto LinkedIn and YouTube and Twitter all at the same time. They hired me to create FOMO for one of their online conferences, and then a whole host of different companies over on the right hand side there, software companies, B2Bs, individual artists, small business owners, here in the UK, also in Europe as well. And they're just a few of my clients there. So, in putting myself out there, thinking it's not about me, it's not about me, it's about my clients, it's about the people that I can help. It's afforded me some incredible opportunities and incredible experiences as well. But as I say, this isn't about me, this is all about you, isn't it? And we're going to address the big old question: what is FOMO? Now, if you were to Google it, it will actually tell you that FOMO is anxiety that an exciting or interesting event may currently be happening elsewhere, often aroused by posts seen on social media. And as you can see there on the bottom right, I've put FOMO, not JOMO. And I've written that because that was a couple of the people's reactions when I first declared myself as a FOMO creator, put myself out there on the socials. And I had a couple of DMs saying, FOMO, I don't want FOMO, I want JOMO. I want the joy of missing out. And so I explained, well, do you though? Do you want the joy of people missing out on your business? Do you want them to go to your collaborators or competitors rather? You don't. So In a personal setting, I get it, okay? In a personal setting, you may see your friends or your family, they've got a new car, they've been to a restaurant, they've been on holiday, and you feel a little bit of the sad. You think, "Mm, I wish I could be doing the same." And I understand that you may want JOMO, sign out of Facebook or your social medias and think, I don't want to look at what other people are doing. I get that. But in a business setting, or if you've got a cause, you've got a charity that you want to raise money for, you want to create that buzz and excitement on the socials, and really get them buzzed and excited so that your lurkers, because let's face it, we've all got lurkers on socials, right? Your lurkers will get so buzzed and excited that they will get into your DMs and want to work with you. Okay. We've actually got the fabulous Cam here who's added a comment. This is brilliant. Never knew JOMO was a thing. Yeah, it is. It was definitely a thing. But in a business setting, or if you're raising money for charity, we don't want JOMO. We don't want our lurkers to have the joy of missing out on us and our business and what we can do for others. So thanks for watching, by the way, Cam. Lovely to see you. Hopefully that helps to understand why in business, or if you've got a charity or you've got a cause that you really want to promote, why FOMO is really a great thing. So the next segment that I want to talk about then is the fear. Okay, in FOMO, the fear of missing out. What is fear? Now, there's all sorts of fears that are instilled in us as business owners, okay? We don't want to put ourselves out there because we're worried about what people will say. We're scared of being judged. We don't want to sound stupid. We are scared because we just want to get it perfected. And when we procrastinate because we want to get it perfected, another 2 years goes by. And I'm laughing at myself here because, Mark, you'll know this. I've been planning the FOMO Creator Show for on and off for 2 years, but imposter syndrome. I was thinking if I just do it like this and I just get that right, I do this right, do that right, and all the rest of it. And 2 years passed and I still hadn't done a single show. And I remember when, one of two fabulous people, the two Lauras, they're called, have an amazing community to help social media managers, and they declared to their community that I was going to create the FOMO Creator Show about 2 years ago. And I got imposter syndrome. I was like, "Oh my god, what did Laura just do? How am I going to appear? I've just got to plan it. I've just got to perfect it." And I didn't need to perfect it because, as Sheryl Sandberg once said, done is better than perfect, right? So, we all get it. We all feel a little bit worried. We're worried about being judged. We're worried about showing up online. But the thing is, we need to ensure that we don't make it about ourselves. We need to make it about the people that we're going to impact. We need to make it about our clients, our prospects, our lurkers, because we're in business to make a difference. And we're in business to make a difference to other people's lives, right? And so if we make it about them, it makes it less about us. Now, I heard from an incredible psychologist, Tony Brooks, on LinkedIn. Do go and check him out. And when I was a member of a business community, he spoke to the community. I think it was nearly 3 years ago, actually. And he talks about imposter syndrome. And he actually says we don't have imposter syndrome, we have imposter moments. And in fact, a few moments before he was about to enter the Zoom room in front of us 30 business owners, he had one of those moments, but he reflected on it. He thought, I'm going to make an impact on these 30 different business owners. So it's not about me. No need to get nervous. I've been talking about this for 25 years. And then he came into the Zoom room and did an amazing talk. And obviously, it had a major impact on me because I'm still talking about it to this day. So I just wanted to show just my interpretation of the words that he said. So he said that we have imposter moments, they are fleeting, acknowledge them, reflect on them, learn from the lesson, and move on. So as I said, do connect with him. He writes some incredible stuff on LinkedIn, and and tell him that I sent you. I've often mentioned him from time to time, and I mention him in the DMs, and I'll say, "Oh, I've just done another talk, and I've talked about what it is, how much of an impact you made on me, and I'm sure that he would really appreciate that." So, when it comes to having that fear, yeah, we do have that fear, but we need to learn from it and just think about it and think about it's not about you, it's about the impact that you're going to make on your audience. So, another lady who put her big girl pants on before she came and spoke to me is the incredible Rachel Spencer. Now, Rachel Spencer has an amazing community where she helps pet businesses gain traditional PR. So, whether that's TV, radio, local magazines, national magazines, she can help you with all of that. She heard me speak in London, 2018, I think it was now. And when she heard me speak, she decided to put her big girl pants on, brave the waters, come over and talk to me. And she realized that I didn't bite. So she came up and talked to me and she said, "Do you mind going live in my audience, in my Facebook group, and just explaining that, video is a great medium, to get your business out there?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, no problem." So, she realized that even though she was scared to talk to me, which is quite ridiculous because I don't bite, she did it anyway because it's not about her, it's about her community. And when she realized that it was about her community, then and realized that I didn't bite, she then got what she wanted, which was for me to talk into her Facebook group, which is amazing. So, what can you do the next time you feel a little bit scared about showing up on socials in order to generate that buzz and excitement for your lurkers? What can you do to reflect on it and to remind yourself that it is, why you're in business, who you're going to make an impact on, and then turn up. Okay. Don't take 2 years like I did. If you want to do whatever it is you want to do, reflect on it, think about the impact, and move on. So hopefully that will help you. Now in Australia, I had a tea business. So my name's May King, making tea. Get it? And I'm a big fan of collaboration. Now, as one of the top 50 recommended speakers of tea in the world, I wanted to create lots of collaborative opportunities. So earlier I talked about, working with an award-winning chef, an amazing Chinese artist who lives in New York now, creative director of the Beijing Olympics. And I just wanted to look for other things as well. I saw this incredible body painter. She is Australia's number one body painter artist. And I saw this post on Facebook and it was incredible. It was so incredible. And I posted and added a comment and said, "Do you do requests?" And she said, "Well, actually, I was thinking about you, wondering whether you'd like me to paint a teapot on your back." I went, okay. And so we did just that. So we managed to generate a bit of excitement before the event. We generated excitement live at the event. Okay. It took 4 hours to paint that Victorian teapot on my back. And like most women, I was like, "Oh my God, does my bum look big in this? Oh my God, I look terrible." But it's not about me, is it? It's about raising awareness about good tea, because I know that a lot of my tea drinkers would have appreciated this beautiful, beautiful art piece. And then we posted it on Facebook and Twitter. Instagram hadn't been invented then. So, within 20 minutes of that paintbrush being put down, Anki actually got a phone call whilst I was actually having a cup of tea. Uh, she got 2 commissions in the end, and I also got some sales of tea, which was incredible as well. So, when you think about what you can do to help others, forget about whether your bum looks big in that. Ah, I was actually going through this horrible turmoil at the time, to be honest. Horrible, unexpected divorce, unexpected immigration battle at the time. Couldn't afford to eat, down to one meal a day. I was eating noodles, shiitake mushrooms and noodles for 6 to 8 months. So I'd lost a lot of weight. So I actually looked great back then. even though I wasn't eating well and my marriage was over and I was fighting to stay in Australia. But aside from all of that, I had a lot of fun, sold some tea, managed to do some collaborations with people. And that's what happens when you get over yourself, get over that fear, and think about what can I do to help make that impact on people, and make it less about you, despite all the crap that's going on in your own life. Think about how you can help others, and magic absolutely happens. So, I just wanted to share this with you, that the next time you do experience fear, just remember the impacts that you will make on your customer when they buy from you. They're going to be so happy. They're going to be chuffed to bits. And if you're a leader in your field, you're going to make a huge impact on their life, on their business, on their service, and so on. So, hopefully, my little story there inspires you to put your big girl, big boy, your non binary pants on, and put yourselves out there a little bit. So we talked about the fear in FOMO. What about the opportunity in FOMO? So opportunity? No, I don't think that works well at all, does it? So, what do I mean by opportunity? So, before people can buy from you, they need to get to know who you are as a person. They need to understand that you are a leader in your field. They need to understand exactly how do you do what you do. Now, you don't want to show everything, right? You want to generate a bit of FOMO, but share a little insight into what you do. So, there's two ways in which you can do this. And the first is create content for the lurkers. Now, we're all lurkers on social media, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Of course we are. We have a look at stuff and we think, oh, wow, that person's amazing. Oh, wow, that person's amazing, don't we? We do. And the thing is, if we don't put ourselves out there, then no one is going to think that we're amazing and that we're great at what we do. And again, the opportunity is there for us to use social media or other marketing mediums, email or picking up the phone, networking in real life. Now that we're allowed to go out and play again, whatever method you use, you can put some stuff out there to demonstrate what it is you do, the impact that you make, and how you do it. But don't show everything, okay? So, this is just me, just a little insight into what I do. So, on the left hand side, I wrote about the fact that I created FOMO for the amazing Andrew and Pete with their online experience, and I talked and explained how I did it. So you can see in the photograph on the left, I had a computer, I also had a phone as well as my headphones, and that was some of the tools that I use in order to generate that buzz and excitement on Instagram and also on Twitter. On the right-hand side, as I mentioned, we've got the Digital Coffee Extra Shot, which is a LinkedIn audio show that I have with Amanda every Friday at 10:30 a.m. UK and Ireland time. And so showcasing what we're going to be talking about, what we're going to be doing, letting people know the format of the show is really important. And especially with the Digital Coffee, I love to shine the spotlight on other people. So if you've got an opinion on social media on this week's latest news, if you join us and share your thoughts and opinions, then in return, we'll give you the opportunity to plug your own business, whatever it is you are working on at the moment. So that's a little insight into what I do. So what kind of content can you put out there for your lurkers so that they can get to know who you are as a person, but also who you are as an expert as well? Now, the second thing that I encourage you to do, as well as creating content for the lurkers, is to show behind the scenes. No, not that, not BTS, that K-pop sensation. I mean, behind the scenes. And so, what I'm talking about here is you are an expert in your field, but you need to prove it. How do you prove it? Well, write about it, video it, create a take a few photographs, explain what it is you do. So, in sharing a little insight into behind the scenes of what you do is really important. And so, this is just a couple of photographs that I've shared here. On the left hand side, I was speaking on behalf of International Women's Day, but I was also capturing some footage that we could post out on that day as well. So you can see that photograph. You can see my tripod there, my phone, a couple of lights there, and also my microphone there as well. On the right hand side, top right, is me interviewing the fabulous Ian Anderson Gray with my lovely microphone in sunny San Diego. So at the time, I would have explained and shown a little insight into what I do. And then the bottom right hand corner is me in Amsterdam. So, as well as delivering a talk on how to create FOMO from beyond our flip chart for my clients, we were talking about flip charts then. I also did a few interviews with a few business owners and also tweeted about it as well. So that's just me on my phone, on my tripod, doing my thing. So, what kind of behind the scenes stuff can you show that lets people know that you are an expert in your field, that shows that you are professional at what you do, that explains how you do what you do and why you are the best at what you do. So behind the scenes, BTS and create content for the lurkers is really, really important. Now, talking about showcasing the expertise of what you do, beef a little insight into what people do. I want to showcase a little bit about Mark Orr. So, as I mentioned, Mark is my live stream producer. He normally pushes my buttons, giving him a day off today, but I just wanted to show you some of his talents. Back to the FOMO. I absolutely love that video. It is just incredible. As I said, behind the scenes, really important. Create content for the lurkers is really important. Looks like I've got a comment here as well from the fabulous Guy Eastwood. He said, literally just posted a BTS this afternoon as I got round to making my new Laser Day post. Finally, didn't appear in it personally though. I love that guy, and I would love it if you could tag me in your post so that I can comment on it. You've raised a really important point there with your second sentence there, that you didn't appear in it personally, because a lot of people do worry about, well, all this FOMO lark, like, I'm scared of video, I'm scared of being on photograph. You don't have to be. My brother, Velo Tool. He has biking apparel, and he's scared to go on video. He likes, he doesn't mind the odd photograph, but he's really, really scared. But it doesn't matter. He wants his products to tell the story. So he invents all this biking stuff that helps you to have a better bicycle experience. So we've got bicycle pumps and all sorts of bits and pieces. I'm not a cyclist, so what this stuff is for. I think you've got a puncture, and there's a little thing that you can rectify your punctures very quickly if you're racing. All sorts of incredible stuff. Anyway, he is scared to go on video. I don't know why, but because he's a good-looking chap, a really fit chap, a real model for his products. But it's okay. It's absolutely okay. So I really want to thank you for raising that point, because you don't have to be on your photographs. You don't have to be on your videos. Let your talent, let your experience do the work. And I just showed a video of Mark's incredible work there. So he doesn't always appear on his own stuff. So thank you for sharing that, your comment there, Guy. And I'd look forward to seeing your post. So hopefully that makes a lot of sense there. And if you do have any questions at all about what I've talked about, I do invite you to have a look on my website, FOMOcreator.social/, 20-minute FOMO. If you wanted a quick 20-minute chat on how you can create FOMO for your business, I can give you a few ideas, or if you wanted to hire me for your next event in order to generate FOMO for you, then I can definitely do that as well. So I hope you enjoyed this broadcast. Really enjoyed chatting to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Those of you, Cam and Mark and Guy there, really appreciate it. And it just leaves me to roll the credits. Thank you so much for watching. You've been watching the FOMO Creator Show with your host, May King Tsang, first name, May King.